Well, I'm Daniel Loman, and I am the gameplay programmer.
Okay.
I'm Patrick Morales, and I am the GUI programmer.
Lead programmer.
I'm John Lozano, AI programmer for Telekinect.
My name's Corey Jackson. I'm the lead designer for Telekinect and animator.
I'm Kevin Wicker, and I did gameplay programming, and I also did documentation for Telekinect.
Hello, I'm Colt Bauman, and I was also a gameplay programmer and the writer.
See, the game concept for Telekinect is basically you're trying to escape from a prison. The prison itself is actually in the character's own mind.
Base your character off telekinetic powers. You use these powers to manipulate the world around you, and also you have elemental powers, which you can use to help you solve puzzles, defeat enemies and bosses, and dominate the world you live in.
The really cool part about it is you're actually using telekinesis with nothing but the Kinect, which is a really awesome tool that we've tried to implement in a really easy way.
Third-person action-adventure game where you play the role of a telekinetic being that's trying to escape an elemental prison. The backstory of this setting revolves around the tensions between two classes, the telekinetics and the mages.
Because of the difference between mages and telekinetic beings, a symbiotic relationship was created, and the mages supplied all the basic needs of elements and stuff like that to the telekinetics, and the telekinetics were the ones that did a lot of the manual labor because they were able to move stuff.
Betrayal ends up leading to the lead mage imprisoning our main character in this elemental prison. The game takes place millennia after these events, where our main character regains consciousness and seeks freedom.
It's probably just my perspective, but the most interesting picture to me was the telekinesis. When I first got that working, I probably played with that for about 30 minutes after I first got it working, just playing around. Wow, I can pick stuff up and I can move it around.
Telekinesis powers. I love being able to just pick up anything in the world without a control in your hand. You're basically just, you point your hand out there, lift up a massive object, throw it, set it back down, do what you please with it. I think that's pretty interesting.
I personally like to be able to roam. You can go left, you can go right, you can go forward, you can go back. You can go left 50 feet or you can go left 5 feet. And that's just some freedom that you just don't have in an interactive game.
You actually get to use 3D navigation. It's not on rails with the Kinect. Everything, you actually get to make motions that you would actually make if you were actually using telekinesis on objects.
The feature, in my opinion, is the element system. You can, with your utility orbs, you throw it at a pool of water and then you have water. You can set out, put some fires out and stuff like that, or you throw your element, you throw your ball at a torch, get the torch on fire, you can set a tree on fire, you can do all this stuff, so you directly manipulate the world around you with the elements that you
I wish someone would want to play this game because it is limitless, because you're able to pretty much do whatever you want to within the bounds of the rules of the game. You're able to move your avatar in any way you want. You move left, he moves left. You raise your arms, he raises his arms. It is a 1-to-1 ratio from you to the game, and it's very action oriented, and it gives you stimuli in so many different factors that it's engaging.
Microsoft Kinect games are on railing systems. Obviously, we have freedom in a three-dimensional space. From all the feedback we get from the testers, that is definitely a keynote. Another thing on top of that is we have telekinesis, and we also manipulate elemental objects with our orbs.
The feeling of power, because you have these physical motions that you do, and you see direct actions on the screen. So it's like most Kinect games that are out there, the action kind of directs the player to do something. Do a pose, do this. In our game, you direct the action. And the opposite of it.
Yeah, that's a little bit different from what you see right now in Kinect games. The other thing is a lot of games from the Kinect seem to be kind of on rails, and our game, we're trying really hard to get off the rails. We want to get the Kinect out into the world, so you can use the Kinect and just the Kinect to manipulate the world and move inside the world.
Well, in my opinion, the really cool thing about this game is the fact that you're actually using telekinesis. So you're using it without the use of any controller, you're using it only with the Kinect, which is really awesome. At some point you have to sit down and play the game, and you're actually feeling like you're almost using the force on everything within the world, which is really, really cool.